Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Makeup Mummy family. And guys, if you are new to my channel, it'd be awesome if you can hit that subscribe button, and if you do hit that button, remember and hit that bell also, so it'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. Okay guys, so today is a foundation review. This foundation has lots of good reviews, it's affordable, and I'm super excited to be trying this out. So I'm talking about the L.A Girl Pro Coverage. So this is the HD definition, long wear illuminating, which excites me. This is 28ml, so it's just under that standard 30ml for a foundation, so that's 0.95 fluid ounces. So this claims it's medium to full coverage, and it also claims it's smooth, long-wearing, flawless finish. We all want that. As I'm getting a little older, I like a foundation that does have that full coverage, but is still lightweight feeling. You know, something that's not too heavy, not too cakey. I like it to look fresh, I like it to look flawless, without having that cakey, heavy feel to it. Now, just before we get into the foundation itself, I'm just going to prep my skin a little with my primer. I have indeed exfoliated and moisturised. So this is the Anew primer. It's the anti-aging, because let's face it, I'm not getting any younger. So I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of that, 2 at the most, and I'm first of all going to focus it in the places that I feel really need it. And then I'm just going to spread the rest around my face. My face goes a little red, as you can see, because I do have sensitive skin, you know, with having the eczema and stuff. So any rubbing and massaging does make my skin go a little reddy looking. Okay guys, so now that we're primed, let's get to talk about this foundation. Okay, so this is a pump foundation, which I'm really happy about. You know how I feel about that. And if you don't, guys, if you're new here, I am a pump foundation girl, simply because I feel it's cleaner, it's just easier. I do have other foundations that are like the tip onto your hand, or, you know, the dropper, but I do feel a pump is just my favourite. This is in the shade Porcelain, because I do need the fairest, or pretty much the fairest shade in the range, simply because I am so pale and pasty. I'm going to apply this how I normally would when I'm doing a foundation review. So I'm going to do half my face with my Miracle Complexion sponge and half my face with my stippling brush, just to see if there's any difference in coverage, any difference in how it looks. Does the sponge make it for flawless? Does the brush make it look more flawless? And we'll kind of go from there. I will do check-ins throughout the day, just to see how it's worn. Depending on how busy I am, it may just be the one check-in, but we'll try and get at least 2 in there today. So I'm going to start pumping this out. I normally start with 2 pumps, and then we see how we go. We can always build if we need to. So let me just get this up. Oh, come out quite fast there. So there's 1, and there's 2. So consistency-wise, it's not too thick, but it's not overly runny either. But as you can see, it's more on the thinner side than some of my foundations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this side, and I'm just going to apply some of that all over this side of the face. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, and I'm going to use my Miracle Complexion sponge, which is damp. It is looking, I think it's time to get a new one. It's looking a bit dead. And we're just going to start blending that out and see how we go. What I will say is it's going a long way. I mean, I don't know how much is enough, and so I'm just sort of playing it by ear to see if that is enough on this side or not. Like I said, I don't like anything that's overly too heavy looking and too cakey looking. I like things to look like I do have makeup on, but more on the natural side. Especially if you're just sort of going out to run errands, you don't want to be like cake. There are some guys and girls who won't leave the house unless they've got a full face of makeup on. I have to say, I don't wear makeup every day, to be fair, in my personal life. If I'm going out and I feel I want a little on, then I'll do that, but I don't cake it on throughout a normal week. I'm just sort of bouncing that sponge around, and I have to say it's applying really, really nice. It's blending into the skin really, really nice. I'm liking how it's feeling on the skin. I don't actually feel it at all on my skin. It's not a product where I'm feeling heavy. I like to take product down my neck simply so that there's not a line there. You're getting a nice gradient going down. It just kind of means everything's matching and everything's looking seamless. Okay guys, so that's the first side applied. I'm going to come a little closer for you guys first, and then I'll have a look myself. So I can't see anything wrong with that in the viewfinder there, my camera. I mean, this bit right here, you'll have to excuse it guys, there's a slight dry patch on my eyelid there. I don't know where this has come from, it just happens now and again. So if you see any grabbing there, that's why. But yeah, I'm liking how that's looking. I'm just looking in my mirror here. It's not grabbing onto anything. I mean, really, even that dry patch, it's not sticking to it. It's not like holding on to it. And I've got a bit here on my nose that's starting to break out a little. And again, it's not overly sticking to that either. Around my nose is doing great. You know, normally I would see it sink right in. And that is my trouble area, guys, throughout the day. So we'll see how this plays out throughout the day. So I'm just going to take what's left on my hand. And I'm just going to apply that. I may need a little bit more on this side, depending. I might just take another smidge, just the tiniest little dot there, just to ensure we're kind of getting the same amount. I probably have too much on this side now, but we'll go with it. So for this side, we're using my little stippling brush, which is right here. This is from the brand Anew. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think I got this brush set off of Amazon. But we're just going to go in there and blend it out with the brush. I kind of go through phases, guys, I have to say, with like my tools for applying foundation. I go through stages where I really like the brush and how the effect of the brush is, and then I go through stages where I think, I'm really liking how the sponge is applying things. Certain foundations do certainly work a little better with certain tools, but generally speaking, I think you can 9 times out of 10 get away with using the same tool. I'm just sort of buffing that in. Okay. Okay guys, that is my hair, honestly, all these tiny wee fly wee bits of hair, but hey, that's life, innit? Looking at both sides here, I'd say both sides have applied really, really well. I mean, the foundation spread out amazingly well. You know, there was no issue with that at all. It's not sitting on the skin either way. I do feel, though, I'm seeing more redness on this side than I am this. There's not much in it. Again, guys, I do feel there's slightly more coverage on this brush side, but I actually at the moment prefer this side simply because it just looks more natural, looks more like my skin, whereas this is looking like a little bit more full coverage. Now that could be that I've probably put a little bit more on this side than I did that, but that's easily rectified. I could just go back and put just another couple of dabs on here and see, which I probably will do now in front of you guys so you can see. So I'm just going to, again, a tiny little dot. So all in all, we've probably had about 2.5 to 3 pumps there. And I'm just going to place those in the areas that I need them. I'm not going to pop it anywhere else that I feel that's got enough. I'm just going to put it on those red areas. Now what you can do, obviously, before you go in with foundation, you can go and colour correct and just get rid of all your redness before you start. Typically that's what I would do, but I like to give the foundation just a clean base, you know, nothing else underneath other than primer, just to see how it's going to wear throughout the day. And I have to say that's layered quite nicely. It's not pilling or it's not doing anything weird on the skin. I'm liking it so far. I really am liking it. Okay guys, so that is both sides. I'm going to come close so you can see. Both sides are looking really, really nice. Looking rather flawless, you know, and I do like how skin-like it's looking. It's not looking too in your face and too cakey. Even at this minute, it's not creasing under my eye. I mean, I always get a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see, just in the corners there. But again, that happens with every foundation I wear. The same as around my nose, that is my major problem area. I'm just going to take my sponge now that we have tried it with both. I'm going to let you guys see, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Miracle Complexion sponge and I'm just going to go over the entire lot to buff it right into the skin. I know maybe somebody will think that's cheating. I've shown how it looks with both sides. I'm now just sort of patting it into the skin. My eyes are really dry today. There's just lots going on, guys. Okay, so that is us all buffed in. Oh, my eyes are so dry. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if it's because of the weather or what's happening, but they are feeling a little on the drier side. So, okay guys, that is that on. At the moment, everything is looking really, really pretty. It's looking really flawless, skin-like, feels really lightweight, doesn't feel heavy at all. I felt it went on so easy. This foundation blends an absolute dream. There's absolutely no hassle when doing so. Both sides worked well, so depending on your personal preference, if you prefer a brush, go ahead. If you prefer the sponge, use the sponge. I probably would use the sponge with this foundation if you're asking me. I really do like it. And it's not grabbing to any of my dry areas. Like I said, I have a patch up here. As you can see, there's a little creasing going on in the eyelid, but once I prime my eyes and sort that out, that should get rid of that. But it's not grabbing to this dry patch as such, and I have a dry patch under my nose here, and it's not really grabbing to that either, so I'm really impressed with that so far. So what I'm going to go do, guys, is go and put the rest of my makeup on, see how the makeup layers on top of the foundation, and I'll come back to you guys for some thoughts before I go and do what I need to do. So just hold on in there and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back. Makeup is on. Went for a very frosty look today, sort of a bit of a cut crease going on. Let me bring myself closer for you guys. Okay, so everything layered on great, and as you can see, my skin is looking flawless and just amazingly, it's just looking fabby. It's just looking gorgeous. It really is. It's oxidized a teeny tiny bit, but I think it's nice. It kind of gives my skin a really healthy glow. It is not feeling heavy, it's not weighing my skin down, I'm not feeling that it's there. Everything blended really, really well and so effortlessly. I mean, everything just blended perfectly. I can't complain about that. And I don't think it's going to matter, guys, too much whether you use a brush or a sponge or a beauty blender, whatever tool you've got for your foundation. I don't think it's going to make a difference because I found both sides looked really, really flawless. I did find a teeny tiny wee bit more coverage with the brush, but I did prefer the side of the sponge. I just felt it looked more natural and it looked more like my own skin. I'm going to come close again. The only bit I've got is obviously my nose area, which is typical, absolutely typical of any foundation. It doesn't matter what it is, it's going to sink in and crack around my nose area, and I even put concealer on and it still does it. It's not a huge gripe, it just, that's what happens. But other than the nose area, the foundation is sitting pretty flawless on my skin. I have to be fair and say it's looking rather nice. It's not like sinking in anywhere, it's not doing anything funky. I am really liking this so far. So what I've got to do is I'm actually currently eating some lunch right now, you know. So I'm going to go finish that. I'm going to hop off and I've got a few things to do out with the house. And then when I come back, I'll do a timestamp. If I'm out and about and I get a chance, I'll do a timestamp then as well. So I'll just let you guys see what time it is. I've actually borrowed my husband's phone for this. So I don't know if you guys will see, but I'm bringing it. So it is just 10 to 3, well 9 minutes to 3. I wish it would focus for you guys, but that's what time it is anyway. So I've got to go and do a few things, run about, and we'll timestamp throughout the day and let you guys see how it's wearing. So until then guys, you take care and we shall speak to you soon. Okay guys, we are back after getting what we needed to get and do what we had to do. And it is currently now 4 minutes past 7 in the evening. So this has been on for just over the 4 hours, and I have to say it's really done nothing much at all. I am really shocked with this. If anything, obviously just around my nose, just the usual spots, but it's not even that bad. I've got like a scab thing there, and it's not really done anything. It didn't drag on that. The only thing I would say is it's went into the fine lines there. They're a little bit more prominent. But other than that, the forehead's still looking really good. The face itself is looking really good. So I am super happy with this. Really happy with this. So let me just run down what I think on it. So this is the L.A Girl Pro Conceal, or Pro Coverage should I say, and it's 28 mils like I said at the start, and it's illuminating foundation. So guys, for me, I think the blendability was amazing. It blended out so easy, so effortlessly with the sponge and brush. So again, it's just personal preference. I felt I got slightly more coverage with the brush, but I don't think it would make much of a difference. For me, I would probably still apply it with my sponge. I just liked the effect a little bit more. Very lightweight, feels amazing on the skin, doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel that I'm wearing any makeup at all, and it still looks like my own skin. It's not too heavy, it's not too cakey, and it's not creasing or doing anything weird. I just like how flawless this foundation looks, and I like how it just didn't move. I mean, it's pretty much stayed exactly where I put it. The only thing I would say is obviously around my nose, and it has sunk into my fine lines just in between my eyes there. But other than that, this foundation has held up so well. And we've been out in the elements. It's so windy out there. It's done amazingly well. I'm really impressed with this foundation. And it's £11, guys. And you can get this from Beauty Bay. I would definitely say try it out. For me, it's a thumbs up. I've really enjoyed wearing it. And like I said, I didn't feel I was wearing foundation, just so lightweight, so natural looking, and it does have a little bit more dewiness, but I am starting to get slightly oily just in my T-zone, but you can use a bit of blotting paper and just touch up that way and a little bit of powder and you'll be good to go. I'm liking it, guys. It's a thumbs up from me. It's just so comfortable to wear. I have nothing bad to say about it. I really do like it. It's not even doing anything around my chin. It's not breaking up, or it's not doing anything that I would think, I'm not enjoying that. Like I said, the only two problems is around my nose, but that's an issue with all foundations, and it's just gone into the fine lines just in there. But other than that, guys, it has done pretty much nothing. It has stayed put. It feels great. So I am impressed. Thumbs up. So guys, that is me. I have reviewed this. I like it. I will be using this on a more frequent basis. And if you have liked this review, you've liked what you saw here as far as that foundation goes, or if you have that foundation and you like it yourself, why not let me know in the comment box below what you think of it. But until then, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, it would be amazing if you could do. And if you do hit that subscribe button, remember and hit that bell so it'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. So guys, you take care, have a great one wherever it be, whether it be day or night, and remember and stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.